Hi, this is Neal Gittleman with Why'd I Pick 'Em for the final concert of the Masterworks series from May 2023. The program is called Beethoven's Second Symphony. And yes, Beethoven's Second Symphony is on the concert, but it's not the only piece on the concert, it's just the closing piece. Beethoven's Second will be the last piece in what was intended to be a 3-year cycle of the Beethoven symphonies for the big Beethoven Schuster centennial, that's 250th birthday, by the way, from a couple of years ago. And, you know, there was the COVID thing and it got stretched out, so it actually took us about 5 years to do this cycle of the 9 symphonies, but we are wrapping it up with Beethoven's Second. And one reason I planned this idea of a 3-year cycle of the symphonies for that Beethoven anniversary was when I first came to the Dayton Philharmonic 28 years ago. One of the things we did in my first 3 seasons is we did a 3-year cycle of the Beethoven symphonies, 3 a year. And it was part of kind of our shakedown cruise. I used the Beethoven symphonies as a way for the orchestra and I to kind of get used to the way we would make music together. And of course, it's wonderful for the audience too. And it's, you know, some of the best music ever written. So when the Beethoven anniversary came up about 25 years into my tenure as your conductor, wow, that's a long time, but it's been great fun. I thought, let's do another cycle of the symphonies and see where we are after those 25 years. So Beethoven's Second is the last piece on the program. It's maybe the kind of forgotten one of the 9 symphonies. It's overshadowed a bit by the other 8, but it is absolutely perfect. It is one of the greatest classical symphonies of all time. Exciting, beautiful melodies, and Beethoven from beginning to end. The program opens with music of Mozart, featuring the Dayton Philharmonic Chorus, Mozart's Missa brevis, which means short mass, which is titled the Organ Mass because one of the movements has a rather nice solo for the organ. It's a setting of the Roman Catholic Mass liturgy, but it's a short setting. It's only about 13 or 14 minutes long, as opposed to big long things like Beethoven's Missa Solemnis or Mozart's grand masses. Beautiful, beautiful piece of music and a wonderful opportunity to showcase our Dayton Philharmonic Chorus and soloists. And in the center of the program, we feature a fabulous young American cellist, Sterling Elliott, one of the most thrilling artists you will hear early on in his career, but already turning heads with his playing. He'll be playing one of my favorite cello concertos, the Cello Concerto No. 1 by the French composer Camille Saint-Saëns. One of the things that I like to do as a conductor is champion music of composers who don't get enough what we would call airplay. Now, Saint-Saëns is a very famous composer, Danse Macabre and the Organ Symphony, but he's honestly sort of less famous and less fashionable than he was maybe 60, 70, 80 years ago. And he is one of the best composers who ever lived. He wrote just perfect music, and I really like the opportunity to present Saint-Saëns' music, even if some people think it's a little bit old-fashioned these days. The Cello Concerto is just a wonderful piece, and Sterling Elliott will be a fabulous collaborator. And it's a great way to end our season on a fabulous note. So join us in May of 2023 for Beethoven's Second Symphony and much, much more.